6,300 miles of cabling, 8 tons of emulsion paint, and over 110,000 man working hours, all to make this place happen. This is Tedworth House, and it only costs Help for Heroes £1 a year to rent. Let's go and find out where the money's really spent.
I am one of the wounded, and also in a previous life I was a relatively senior officer, so I hope I can bring together the perspective of a relatively senior bloke from the military and one of the wounded, and bring those experiences to here and see things not from the perspective of an organisation trying to help, but from the perspective of the people we're trying to help. We also provide a place to which people can come back who have left the army, many of whom won't have disabilities. They may not have been wounded, but it's a place where many of the military charities have worked where they can have support and help, and it's a place which their families can come to for support and help too, because so often it's not the soldier who will stick his hand up and accept he has a problem, it's the families, or sometimes it's the families who have the problem, and we're here for all those people.
The day generally runs from 10 o'clock in the morning till 3 o'clock in the afternoon. That doesn't sound much, but actually if you've been in hospital a long time or you haven't been well, that's probably the most that you can cope with. Some of the guys we've had here have been at home for quite some time. They've got low self-esteem, their confidence is not good, and it's much better for them to be back into a group. So I think that's the key thing. They are all together, they bounce off each other, they get ideas from each other, and everybody gets pulled along by that, and that's really very encouraging.
Sport is important in rehabilitation because it helps individuals lead a more independent and active life. It helps them to keep their physical function high, their mental health in good condition, and also helps individuals keep their independence for longer. The equipment we have here has really been driven by the users themselves. So we've very much taken into account what individuals need, what they're accustomed to using at Headley Court. So the standards here are as high as any regional rehabilitation unit or any other military facility. We've been gliding, shooting, fishing, we've done some athletics events. We regularly play sitting volleyball once a week at the local Tedworth Leisure Centre. There's the opportunity to swim every day. It's really endless, but driven by what the residents want to do. So we take their views very much into account.
My responsibility to them is to look after all aspects of their recovery. For example, managing any of their clinical pathways, either through Headley Court or through surgery. I also look at their educational needs, either upskilling or reskilling for what they already have in the military. For those particularly soldiers that are going out of the army, looking at vocational jobs for them. So for example, if a soldier has an interest in carpentry, then it's my responsibility with them to research any carpenter's courses in their local area and then load them onto the course.
We're working with the soldiers at different stages. Some of the soldiers know that they're due to redeploy or to come out of the military quite soon, and some will have very clear ideas about what they'd like to do in terms of work, and for some it's a big exploration journey that we're working with them on. The tests and assessments that we use and the one-to-one interviews look at identifying the strengths of those people and what they're going to be suited to in terms of their aptitudes, taking those transferable skills into the civilian workplace.
Just walking through the door, you feel cared about straight away because someone's gone to a lot of effort. And then the support that's going on with the classes and the courses and the gym, you couldn't want for a better place to come and recover and get better and pretty much rebuild your life from scratch again.
Inspire, enable and support. They're the key goals of what goes on here at Tedworth House and the key goals of the team that work from here. When the guys come from either Headley Court or a civilian hospital, they've made their recovery physically or are on the road to, but Tedworth House helps them mentally. It helps them with the progression in their careers, be it on civilian street or back into the military. It's very much a one-stop shop. Everything that you need will be here. And let's not forget that the guys now are young, but they will grow old, and they'll need the support not just now but throughout their lives. And if you ever fall back down on your feet, we will always be here to pick you back up and help you out again.